back to the podcast in disguise. Kevin Porter, Dallas Baldwin, back with another episode from Transformers.
Yeah, yo.
What's up, dude? I'm super excited to come in and watch part 2. I mean, it's been a couple weeks since we recorded episode 1. I know episode 1 just dropped last week, but that's behind the scenes, whatever. But, dude, again, my fandom of Transformers, dude, I love it, dude. I feel like I'm learning so much. You know, I was asking you questions throughout the episode when we were sitting there watching it and stuff, dude. And again, you're a living encyclopedia for the Transformers cartoon, Dallas.
Yep, repository of useless knowledge, and proud of it.
As you
I
should.
finally get to apply it to something. I never thought this day would come, but it has, and it's here, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Your mom and dad are, I'm sure, are proud. They're like, our son's made it, dude. He's on a podcast on YouTube. It's a YouTube exclusive, ladies and
That's what
gentlemen.
my old man would equate as a success right there.
I see myself as a successful person, Dallas. I operate 5 different fucking shows, dude.
My dad would be like, but you ain't Joe Rogan yet.
I got 3/4 of the listeners or whatever the fuck, dude. The minimalist of the listeners, dude. No, dude, we got thousands of downloads last week, Dallas. What are you talking about? We got like 6. I don't know. I haven't checked it in a minute, but we're back though. Episode 2 of the podcast in disguise, dude. Again, which Transformer did you bring for this episode, Dallas?
Generation 1 Optimus Prime. That is the original Optimus Prime. The boxy one with the yellow eyes and lack of detail.
So that was the original one from the cartoon line.
Yeah,
the action figures before the cartoon.
One of the original ones that came out. Yeah.
So yeah, what did come first? The cartoon? Did the action figures come because they had the comic book, and then we had the cartoon, and then the action figures, or
the comic book came first as far as media went. The toys obviously would have come first, or around about the same time as the comic.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the toy would come first, right?
Because I think we glazed over it on the last one, but it started out as a toy line called Diaclone in Japan, and it was your typical Japanese mecha type idea. You know, there'd be human pilots, and a lot of the toys still had features left over from that original idea, where, you know, doors would open and you could put like a little minifigure in there, which is what the Diaclone figures had.
It's kind of like a Polly Pocket.
And Takara was Hasbro's representative in Japan, and Hasbro's Takara's representative in the United States. So the two companies are very interconnected.
Like a sister company in a
sense.
sense?
Yeah, in a sense. They would release each other's toys in each other's respective countries. And they had a bunch of Hasbro execs had a meeting with Takara executives in Japan and found this Diaclone toy line. And we're like, you know, we could introduce this in the States as something else. And these toys are really cool. They turn from cars into, you know, man-sized robots and various other things. And this is an untapped market in the States. This could be really big. So they basically took the samples out and then kind of wrote out the lore that would become what showed up in the comic books and in the cartoon and things like that, and called them the Transformers. And they had to illustrate in the cartoons and in the comic book that these aren't like some toy that you have to plug into the wall to make it transform. This is something a kid can do in a few easy steps, and they, you know, no batteries required, which was the bane of every parent in the 80s.
Oh, dude. It still gives me PTSD to this day with the lack of batteries our household had. Like now we like stock up, dude.
You get a toy for Christmas and it doesn't all do half the cool things because there's no batteries.
Because our parents were too cheap
Yeah.
to keep batteries in the fucking house.
I got you a bunch of toys for Christmas. What else you want?
Hey man, I didn't know this shit took batteries. Where's it say that in a box? You know? It's like, Dad, it's right fucking here. It's like, not my fucking fault. He just gets all drunk and fucking starts beating you. Like, Gotta love the 1980s, ladies and gentlemen.
Beating your children. That was the original form of discipline. The only way to go.
Brought to you by Hasbro. The all-new, brand-new game from Hasbro. Beat your kids. It's the 1980s, ladies and gentlemen. We handle our shit differently.
Dad had a few after work and doesn't want to be bothered.
Dad, I want to go play football. Get the fuck back in your room. Bam!
I'm trying to watch WWE.
Bright new colors everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Just sees stars. He just has a concussion.
And TBI sold separately.
Yeah, dude. So let's go ahead and hop into fucking part 2 of More Than Meets the Eye. Go ahead and start us off, Dallas. Where's this shit take off from?
Part 2 kind of broadens what they've already started with in the first episode, introducing more of the characters, and it gets into some of the special abilities that some of these characters have that they really don't display ever again throughout the rest of the series. It's talked about in like a lot of the toy bios for the figures that when you buy them and stuff like that. All Transformers have a list of statistics and specifications as far as what they were good at and what they weren't so good at. And in this cartoon, in this episode, it shows Hound displaying holographic people sitting in the cab of his Jeep mode. And Spike's completely blown away by that. You know, what is that? Who is he? He's nobody. He's a hologram. And then Mirage displays why he's called Mirage, and he can make himself invisible and reappear somewhere else, almost like he's teleporting. And then during the battle on top of the dam, when the Decepticons go to steal the energy from what is definitely not the Grand Coulee Dam.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We kind of, as residents of the Pacific Northwest, I think we've mapped out where they are in Washington State.
There's a sense of local pride here.
Yeah, dude. It's like all of a sudden they're in the desert, dude. They're like in Eastern Washington, bro. It's like everybody that's not from Washington State's always like, oh, I bet you get sick and tired of the rain. It's like, dude, you don't even fucking know, dude.
What's rain?
What's fucking rain, dude? I mean, it rains here, but like when it's snowing, like 6 inches here, Seattle's getting like 2 inches, and they're freaking the fuck out because they're a bunch of pussies.
It's a wild thing about Yakima. People are afraid to drive on ice, but they ain't afraid to smoke it.
Oh fuck, dude! We're known for our meth use, Dallas. That is one thing our area is known for, and that is meth use.
The best meth in the country.
We stand by that, dude. They're like Yakima Valley apples. No, meth.
Maybe once upon a time.
Once upon a time, our apple industry was thriving, but our meth industry has never been stronger.
Suck it, Breaking Bad.
North First Street, man. Yeah, suck it, fucking Albuquerque. Fucking sucking nut fuck bitches. I don't fucking know.
But yeah, it goes on to introductions of a lot more of the characters and kind of gets in depth. It does a almost inner monologue journal moment with Spike talking about how cool it is that he's a young boy that's meeting these extraterrestrial robots from another planet, and he can't decide if they're from the past or the future, which is a line that makes no sense at all.
It's fucking present, dude. Yeah.
They're here right now. You haven't traveled in time. They're from the present.
Yeah, they just like, you're like, oh, maybe they showed up in a portal. No, they fucking flew in a spaceship, you fucking moron.
They're just from another planet. They don't travel time.
Yeah. Well, I guess like they did come from like millions of years ago, right? So
yeah, you could say they're from the past, I guess, but they're definitely not from
They're
the
just
future.
that one thing known to history where it survives millions of years and can still function, you know? It's like the idea that a robot's not going to break down over time. Like, I mean, I don't know. Cybertron's pretty fucking, futuristic, dude. I guess they got that shit covered, right?
Yeah, they were preserved there in their ship, sitting there for God knows how long. It's no moisture damage or anything like that. Electronic, corrosion.
And just from the sheer impact, you think that shit would get fucked up, but I guess
Nah,
they're invincible,
durable.
right? Yeah. Well, until you get to the movie, but we'll get there.
That's when they lose their plot armor.
Fucking talked about that movie on Video Rental Chaos, and it was like the one thing I didn't talk about was just how they like replaced because I guess it's like supposed to be that bridge to the new generation, and it was like it just sucks that they take out like Optimus Prime, like none of the cool like people you're introduced to here in like episode 1 and 2, all those cool characters you fall in love with. Like where the fuck was Soundwave? Like he's in there, but he's not like they should just been Megatron fucking versus fucking Optimus Prime and like Decepticons versus Autobots and shit, dude. I don't know. That was my one gripe I didn't talk about, so it's exclusive here, dude.
Yeah, I think they forgot just for a toy commercial how beloved some of those characters got to some of those kids, and that a lot of kids probably hadn't been exposed to death or knew how to deal with it.
Yeah, they're just like,
it was a bit of a misstep.
Today we're gonna fucking introduce you to
Today
death.
we're gonna murder all your heroes.
Whoa, I know, and Bumblebee's just on a fucking moon with fucking Spike, and it's just like they play no fucking role within the whole film, dude.
What is Bumblebee's role in the movie? He's in it,
Yeah, he's in it. I mean, like Soundwave's got like I like that scene where fucking they kick fucking Megatron off the fucking plane and Starscream's like all fucking I'm the fucking leader and like he finally achieves it and shit.
I still function. Wanna bet?
Just tosses him out, dude, like trash. Yeah, we're getting off topic, obviously.
But yeah, in this, the main focus of this episode is the Decepticons are still gathering energy, stealing energy resources from the Earth in order to build their new spaceship so they can escape back to Cybertron. And Megatron reveals that he has plans to build the ultimate weapon to destroy the Autobots once and for all. So obviously the Autobots can't let that happen.
Yeah, they gotta fuck that shit up, dude.
And Starscream, it also does a really good job of fleshing out the dynamic between Starscream and Megatron. As far as Starscream is a little weasel.
I know, like, fucking, he's just like fucking talking shit to him that whole time.
Yeah, and Megatron abuses the hell out of him, to be fair, but
it's funny.
Starscream, and it is a funny dynamic, especially because Megatron just doesn't hold back. You're an idiot, Starscream.
I know, dude. You think about it, Starscream's just like, dude, fuck this fucking bitch.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna take this shit over.
You think you hate your boss?
You think you hate your boss, right? Like, is your boss a fucking 700-foot tall fucking robot that comes in and fucking blows shit up? Like, I don't think so.
Shoots at you with an arm cannon that literally draws energy from a black hole.
For a fucking black hole, dude. What the? That's so nuts, dude. I mean, the concept of it all, dude. It's like I don't ever like think of it like as like actually something of that actually happening. I don't know. I don't really dwell that far into like what if Freddy Krueger was alive, dude? I mean, like, but as a kid though, I guess you would think that that's the type of stuff you would think about like when you're watching it.
It's the stuff they flesh out in the lore. That's a whole another tangent. Megatron's backstory and origins, but yeah. His weapon is a fusion cannon that it draws energy from a black hole.
That's where the fucking shit gets energy. Damn, dude, that's fucking nuts.
They cover it in a lot of the bios and further comics and things like that as time goes on.
Dude, my memory retention is fucking dog shit, dude.
Mine is too. Too many TBIs. Blows to the head.
Fucking bam, bam.
Suck it, Iraq.
What's up, Saddam? What are you doing now, bitch?
6 feet and under.
He's been gone for a long time, dude. What's your thoughts on the Osama bin Laden fucking body departure?
I ain't swimming looking for it.
I know. I just like that handoff. It's just like he was never dead. John Cena lied to us.
That's pollution on a grand scale, if you ask me.
Think so? Oh, just fucking he's garbage.
Throw your trash in the ocean.
You don't throw your trash. But it's an honor to be buried at sea. Let the sharks take his ass out.
Exactly.
He got recycled, dude. He got straight up recycled in that shit.
You got drilled in the head by SEAL Team 6.
I just remember that shit went down, dude. That shit was so fucking nuts, dude. That shit was nuts, dude. And then like John Cena was like live on pay-per-view and like announced it once he won the main event. He's like, I forget exactly what he says. People out there, you can just fucking Google it, dude. It's on YouTube. They show it every time. It's out there. But like he just proclaims Osama bin Laden to be fucking dead.
It's gonna be a good day.
It's gonna be a good. It was like an evening when they announced it. It was like an evening, wasn't it?
I
remember like
someone called me when I was sitting in my pool.
I remember specifically too where I was like we had a duplex and I was sitting in the fucking like the entryway of my house because I had to like stole the internet through my neighbors because they had unprotected Wi-Fi. So for like 5 years, I just stole their fucking internet. and so I was sitting there online and I saw it. I was like, "Holy shit, they killed Osama, dude!" Because Obama came out and gave
that. Of our room, honey. Modems in disguise.
Yeah, dude. That should be the name of the podcast, dude. Modems in disguise. That's a way better name.
Stealing your internet.
Yeah. I felt bad for them because my bedroom was like right next to them, so they heard me bang all the fucking time, dude. And they were like this elderly couple, dude. I'm just like, every time I look at them, I just say, "What's up, dude?"
That boy next door is getting ass again.
It was funny because after I moved out of that place, I'd still see that old man at the fucking the gym. Good for him for keeping himself up. He was an old guy, but they were fucking weird, dude. And I remember our landlord, like, because he owned the property, and he's like told us something. Because like when we moved out, we cleaned the house and shit, which is what you're fucking supposed to do. And like he made a comment, I guess, to my wife, and like was like, yeah, the people next door, because they moved out maybe like a year before us or something, and like And he's just like made this passive comment about how they fucking left it trashed. And I was like, damn, dude, what their house look like, dude? Living next to a fucking hoarder and shit, dude. What the fuck?
Must have hated their neighbor.
Fucking. Well, I remember one time, dude, I was all drunk as shit. I was on the back porch, and like me and my friend Ray, we were making crank calls to like hotels and shit. And like I was fucking drunk, dude. And we're just out there smoking cigarettes, and like fucking yeah, he just screams out the window, "Shut the fuck up! People trying to sleep." It was like 4 in the fucking morning. I was like, yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Maybe come down there and punch you in your wrinkled head, old man.
So I get up, stumble, give him that look, climb the fence, even though the fence, like, it was like a half fence. So, like, I could just walk around the fence, but I just climbed the fence.
You have to climb the fence.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up, dude? What's up, old man?
What's
You want to
up?
talk shit? It's 4 in the morning. I'll fucking crank call any hotel in Seattle I want to right now. Fuck them pussies.
This is fucking America.
This is fucking America. I'm gonna fucking barbecue some meat and get in my hot tub. Fuck you.
Maybe I'll fuck my wife later.
Yeah, maybe I'll fuck my wife later. Make your fucking day real randy now, huh? Huh? Okay, sir. Please leave me alone. 'Cause I'm calling the cops. Fuck the cops.
They can listen too.
They can gather up in your room and you can listen to me. Dominate. I'm gonna dominate you, motherfucker. Oh, oh.
Big dog gotta walk.
Big dog gotta walk, dude. Big dog gotta walk. You gotta take that leash off every once in a while, dude. You gotta fucking let it go. Oh, oh.
Oh, God.
But no, I did enjoy this episode though. Again, sitting there watching it, dude. Like I thought the funniest part, because like you brought up a point. We're sitting there and Spike, I think, was getting out when he rescued him from the Columbia River.
Oh yeah, Spike has superhuman strength.
Yeah, superhuman strength, dude. So he goes down there and like he saves him, but then at the end, like he couldn't breathe, so
Yeah, apparently he forgot you're not supposed to breathe water, but he can lift boulders like about the size of a man.
that fucking no shit, dude. There's okay, so like. What was the one character's name that climbed out of the blue one that you always
Rumble,
talk about?
yeah,
Rebel, yeah. So like he gets out and he, like, because you said before he was like 7 feet fucking, or 7 stories tall, and like he comes out, he's like the same size as Spike.
This cartoon constantly plays fast and loose with scale. A lot of mass shifting, especially with characters like Megatron and Soundwave, where Megatron is about 2.5 stories tall and turns into a Walther P-38 with a silencer and a stock on it, big old laser cannon, which it's not comparative. He shrinks in mass, and they never really discuss why that happens or anything. I don't think there's really even any lore that covers it.
Just use your imagination.
Yeah,
he's got gears that turn and turn and turn.
And like Soundwave, he goes from a robot about approximately the same size down to what is a Walkman, which most of the people our age have held at one point or another.
Yeah, dude. If you're in your fucking 40s, you've held a Walkman.
If you haven't, watch Transformers and you'll learn what they are.
Robots in disguise.
And yeah, Soundwave actually just shows there's a great moment in this cartoon where Soundwave shows, his abilities as a spy, which is his primary function. And he sees Spike coming, so he turns into this Walkman. Spike sees that and immediately looks at it and says, "Oh, who left that here?" And takes it and immediately leaves it in the most sensitive area. At a device capable of audio recording. Leave it next to the main computer of the enemy ship.
Real dumb human move right there, Spike.
Granted, he couldn't have known, but at the same time, the big Decepticon logo printed right on the front of the window might have been a clue.
I mean, he's very aware of the battle that's going on between these two.
Yeah,
fucking
by this point,
sets
they
of
filled
robots.
him in.
Yeah, they filled him in on that at that
apparently,
point.
they were like, "Hey, if you see a Walkman laying around here, don't pick it up."
Yeah, dude. Use common sense, Spike. Don't pick up the random fucking Walkman that just appears out of nowhere. Just what an asshole. And dude, even think about it this way. It's like, if I was just walking by and I saw something like that, I don't know, dude. My intentions wouldn't be like, oh shit, I got a free Walkman. I'd be like, I'm just gonna leave it there. Hopefully that person that owns it's gonna come back for it.
But
then somebody else is just gonna take it, but whatever.
While doing that, Soundwave reveals himself in the ship and deploys Ravage, one of his tapes that turns into a panther.
Ravage is fucking badass.
Yeah,
dude.
Ravage is cool.
Yeah.
But Ravage turns into tape mode and goes into the computer to record the information that the Autobots have stored up about Earth. and learns that they have a large amount of energy production at I think they call it the Sherman Dam.
Like Grand Coulee Dam, dude. We figured that out.
It's the Grand Coulee Dam. But that's where they find out that's where they're going to hit next. And the Autobots learn that they're planning on doing this. And they manage to capture Ravage, which doesn't last for very long because Ravage gets loose. you can't escape that plot armor.
I mean, again, like the numerous shots they took at him, and like they were like, "It's too dark. It's too dark." It's like, dude, motherfucker, you're just a bad shot, dude.
And it's like, turn on your lights. Oh, they're not working. Switch to infrared, which is an even darker red light apparently in the 80s. It's not heat imaging or anything like that or flare. It's just a red painted light.
It's like if we took one of our like studio lights out and just turned it to red, that's what it looks like.
Like, oh, there he is. Yep, of course.
Why couldn't I see it before? I mean, like, what's so special about this red light?
It was too dark. They said so. They were like, the production crew was like, they're a bunch of dumb little kids. They're not going to pick up on any of this.
Yeah, they just talk down to the kids in the 80s, dude. They're just like, they're stupid.
This is what infrared is. It's just a red light.
Let's be honest, though. All children across all... I don't know, dude. You compare some of the shit now to, like, what we grew up with in the fucking 80s. It doesn't stand anything, dude.
Well,
like,
and especially in a world without internet.
Huh?
Especially in a world without internet, you're just kind of left to your own devices to decide what's right and what's wrong.
Well, just like, I don't know. The entertainment that we had was like top notch, dude. Like, you can't fuck with it, dude. Transformers, you can't fuck with that shit.
I watch the stuff my nieces watch, and I've seen those shows, and it's like, what the hell? Who are the bad guys? No one's the bad guys. Everybody gets along. That's lame.
That's a good point, dude. Actually, like, yeah, like in modern kid TV shows, dude, there's like, I mean, because look at SpongeBob. Is there really a bad guy? Like, maybe some episodes, I guess, but like, none of the main characters. I don't know, dude. That's yeah, it's not good versus evil, dude.
Exactly.
It just coexist.
Yeah, everyone's happy. Everyone gets along.
It's a certain type of propaganda, if you know what I mean.
Damn this woke bullshit.
What the fuck? Our fucking dude, our cartoons would kick their ass, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like G.I. Joe and Cobra Commander, they would fucking team up, dude. Like,
my cartoons had fucking Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, you had Sergeant Slaughter, dude. We had fucking Ghostbusters. Dude, the sheer amount of cartoons between the 80s and the 90s, dude, it's like, it stands the test of time, dude. The kids in the 70s missed out. I mean, they had good cartoons in the 70s and even the 60s. Like, there's stuff I definitely appreciate. But, like, in terms of what we got between the 1980s and the 1990s, like, dude, I dare anybody to fucking challenge that. Mm-hmm. That 20 years of fucking cartoons, man.
Yep.
Fucking A, dude. But, yeah, the one thing so we get to the point of, like, where Spike gets pulled out. And the fucking dudes all stand behind him. And it looks like he's fucking railing them, dude.
Yeah.
Because he's like rubbing his...
pushing on him to get the water out of his lungs. Looks like you flooded your engine there, Spike.
Yeah, talk about flooding engines there, dude. It's like...
The out of context stuff on the internet's great.
He got one hot deposit.
Showed they just dub over the voice. Just let it happen.
Yeah, talk about that, dude. Those fucking memes you were talking about, dude. Like, you can find that shit online.
Yeah, they'd put Transformers out of context, and they take those weird little animation bits where you look at it out of context. It's just so wrong, and they'll usually overdub them. It shows Hound behind Spike moving back and forth, and just let it happen.
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. It's so funny, though, dude. In the 1980s was like not something that people cared about.
You got it's your fault.
I mean, dude, living through that, dude, that's kind of what it was, dude. Seeing that shit in real life, dude, that's like fucked up.
If I tell my parents I'm gonna get in trouble, you probably will.
What the? I just told you a story off mic about how my mom didn't take me to the fucking hospital, dude. When I fucking I thought I cracked my wrist, dude. I fell off the fucking high dive, Dallas, at Lions Pool.
Put some cardboard around it.
Boom. That's what she did, dude. My mom, I mean, like, God bless her soul. But fucking A, dude. That's a moment you gotta take the child to the fucking hospital, dude. Oh, somebody touched you? We're gonna go talk to the fucking police and arrest that guy. It's like... This took a dark turn. Well, dude, I mean, like, fuck, dude. That's like fucking... Oh, man. I don't know, dude.
It probably explains why we don't cry at the
It's like hidden message shit, dude. It's like break down the conspiracy of the Transformers, dude. It's like fucking the people before Jeffrey Epstein funded Transformers and Hasbro and all those guys. Yeah. It was subliminal messaging for fucking... What the fuck?
And now we're canceled.
I was just gonna say, Whatever. We have to put a fucking warning it before the episode. Like, warning! This episode of the 1980s cartoon contains talk about.
Yeah, this episode from the 1980s is hosted by people who lived through the 1980s.
I mean, as a product of the 1980s and 1990s, I mean, I feel like I'm fair to say what I'm saying. I mean, like, I don't think I'm saying anything out of turn here. It was a different fucking time to grow up, dude.
It definitely was.
So let's go ahead and continue on with More Than Meets the Eye Part 2, Dallas.
So they hit the Sherman Dam, the Grand Coulee Dam, suck it, and
break it down.
They drain all the energy from there, and they have just about enough energy, Megatron's saying, to finish their space cruiser and head back to Cybertron. Only then he finds Starscream blasting the hell out of a mountaintop and wasting a bunch of energy, to the point where he goes completely berserk on Starscream, calling him an idiot and saying, "Why are you wasting energy? I was testing it out. You didn't need to test it out. I know it works." And then he's like, "This is why you're such a weak leader, Megatron." And then Megatron, of course, informs him, "Power only comes to those who take it." And it's the typical back and forth.
I mean, it sounds like he's challenging Starscream in that moment, dude. He's like, "Dude, come take the power, dude."
Yeah, and it comes down to that many times throughout the entire series, where Starscream will just straight up shoot him in the back and think he's won the day, only to get his ass kicked later by Megatron.
I mean, it's gonna happen, dude. I mean, dude's gotta step up some point. You know, you're gonna fall down a couple times, but one day, dude. I mean, Starscream's gonna take over, right?
When we get into season 2, it creates an entire story arc that actually leads to the generation of new characters, and Starscream's backstabbing is the stuff of legend.
I can't wait till we get to the fucking Dinobots and shit, dude. Yeah. Oh, man, dude, they're so fucking funny, dude. They're like,
Grimlock's awesome. Grimlock's
yeah.
Grimlock's a great character. But yeah, me Grimlock, dumb as post.
Dumb as post. It's like were dinosaurs that stupid back in the day or something? Is that what they're telling us, dude?
I don't know why the Dinobots turn out to be so dumb. It's like, I don't know if it's because they're dinosaurs and the dinosaurs by default are stupid. That's why they're extinct.
They're just a dumb idiot character.
You guys forgot to duck when the meteor hit.
Yeah, they're fucking. Yeah, they're strong as shit though. They'll fuck shit up, dude. Like,
oh yeah,
you don't want to fuck with the Dinobots.
That's what Grimlock. When we get into Grimlock, that's a great character right there, and probably the only one that ever has the balls to stand up to Optimus, because everyone else loves Optimus, but Grimlock really only loves Grimlock.
Fucking dude's got to do it, dude. He's got to fucking do it, you know.
Big dinosaur got to walk.
Big dinosaur's got to fucking walk, dude. So yeah, dude. So we go into like the final parts of the episode. What goes down, Dallas?
After hitting the dam, they decide that they're going to hit the ruby crystal mines of Burma. You know, because diamonds are a natural source of electric energy. All of them, all the time, always.
I had no idea.
They're not.
I'm dumb as shit, bro. I took you at your word, Dallas. I thought you were telling me the truth.
This is what I believed when I was a little kid, but I believed a whole bunch of cockamamie shit.
I'll believe it. I'll believe it in fucking as a full-grown adult. Sure.
The cartoon said so it must be true.
Hey. TV doesn't lie, bro. TV's always right.
A fun tangent to that is, I think I've told you this before, but when I was about 4 years old, I knew that Sergeant Slaughter was a G.I. Joe. And he was also on wrestling, and he was obviously a very real man, because I'd see him on TV all the time when he was wrestling. So I figured that G.I. Joe, by extension, had to be completely real, because Sergeant Slaughter was obviously a real person. They wouldn't put him in the cartoon playing himself if he wasn't real. So everything that happened in G.I. Joe was just a documentation of stuff that he did earlier, before he got into wrestling.
It was pre-wrestling, dude. So, like, G.I. Joe took place in, like, the 1960s.
And something like that. As a 4-year-old, I had no awareness of time or history.
Sure. Like, oh, man, 1960, that was 20 years ago, man. Oh, shit, dude. That's 60 years ago. I'm fucking old as shit.
But Sergeant Slaughter's a boss. He fought in a war against Cobra, and then he just decided to become a wrestler after he won the war.
I mean, dude, what do you got? What's once you win the war, dude? What's your first option, dude? Win the WWF Championship.
Yep,
dude.
Exactly.
I gotta go form a tag team with Hulk Hogan. Then I'm gonna turn on him. I'm gonna beat his ass.
But yeah, back to the episode. It ends with the Decepticons stealing all the ruby crystal mines, or the ruby crystals from the mines in Burma. the Autobots find out they're there, and they decide to cut them off. And they decide that maybe they can actually take out two birds with one stone and prevent those diamonds from being stolen and seal the Decepticons in the cave. So they send Bumblebee in there with a bomb, and he sticks it in the inside of the cave, hoping to cause a cave-in and seal the Decepticons inside. Unfortunately, that doesn't go to plan. Him and Spike both get caught, and Optimus decides that he's going to go in there Lone Ranger style and save them, but then the bomb goes off and blows Optimus off the side of a cliff in truck mode, and it ends on a cliffhanger. Damn, oh no, dude. Is Optimus going to die?
I can't wait for part 3, dude. I'm so excited. Does he die? Does he not die? I don't know. That was one thing I did mention, because obviously we don't have commercial breaks, but it's like they always leave you on a cliffhanger, and then like within the episode, and then you come back and immediately it's resolved. Yeah, it's like you're like, fuck, you're watching like toy commercials, cereal commercials, and you're all just in your head like, fuck, dude, is Optimus Prime dead? Oh shit, is that dude gonna drown? What the fuck?
Probably one of the first and only times they actually end an episode on a cliffhanger, and actually, I imagine kids had to wait a whole week before they had to see what happened to Optimus Prime after that. Especially because it was a 3-part episode, and they didn't even know if they were getting a whole cartoon yet.
Like, fuck, dude, what do you mean I gotta wait till next Saturday, you stupid fucking bitches? Will this air on NBC? Get me Dick Ebersol on the fucking phone right now. You're all 5 years old. You're like, I want my fucking Transformers today, bitch. It's like, it's 1980 fucking
no, you're gonna
man.
air that episode now.
We gotta produce Saturday night's main event. Don't you know Sergeant Slaughter's gonna be on there? Yeah, I'm fucking aware. I read the TV guide.
The TV guide was something we used in the before times before there was internet.
I remember the Sunday paper used to always have like a somewhat of a TV guide, but it was all like just the whatever was over the air. Because, you know, back in the day, if you were too poor to afford cable, which now would reflect like being too poor to afford Netflix, fucking, you had over the air TV, which you still have today. Back then, dude, and they probably still print it somewhere, I imagine, but, you know, I guess you could just look it up online. I guess the paper's kind of like, I had a paper subscription up until like 2008, maybe, you know, something like that, 2009, but I always bought the paper. But then eventually I had a cell phone, so you know, whatever. Fuck off papers, I don't give a shit. Fuck the Seattle Times.
My mom only recently learned that you can get it over the internet now.
Yeah, I just paid that subscription,
yep.
You know, which isn't that, I mean, you know, it's what you would, I think it's less than what you pay for fucking an actual paper, so, you know, and I don't know, did you ever have a paper route when you were a kid?
Me? No, I never actually did that job.
I had that for like a month, and then I quit. I was supposed to take this route over, and this guy was like training me, and then I did it, and then like I went on vacation to my dad's house, and then I came back, and I was like, I don't want to do it anymore.
You just stopped going?
Because that guy like took over the route for like the 2 weeks I was at my dad's house, and then I just got home and I got lazy. Yeah. And my mom didn't push me to do shit, so she's like, whatever.
You know,
same lady that let me fucking put my fucking broken arm in a fucking cardboard box.
This is just as good as a cast. It's just a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you need to reset that bone. I just remember like it was the middle of summer and it was like miserable because we didn't have air conditioning. I was like laying outside. I was like, it hurts so much. Mommy, take me to the hospital. Fucking bitch.
I had one kind of like that. I was probably like 8 or so. My dad's at some point gives me this speech. It's like, look, you're becoming a man now. So there's no more of this crying stuff when you get hurt. You know, no more, you know, oh, I scraped my knee or I scuffed my elbow, you know, or my brother pinched me or something like that. You know, so if someone, you know, if you fall and you get hurt or something, someone asks you how you're doing, you just get up, dust yourself off and say, never better. And I didn't realize that he was just talking for, you know, like me crying if I like bumped into a table or something like that.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. I thought this applied to any injury, including serious injuries.
Oh, shit, dude.
So I'm out riding around on my bike and I upend it and I fall off the thing and split my knee open.
Damn.
And it's a pretty good cut. I should have gone to the ER and gotten stitches.
Yeah.
But my dad, he sees that and he's like, oh shit. Are you okay? I'm here choking back tears. Never better. I'm okay.
He just takes your word for it. He's like, son, I think I'm going to override your...
In hindsight, I'm looking back at him and he was actually concerned. He wouldn't have gotten mad or anything. He's just like, oh shit, that doesn't look too good. "Oh, I'm okay, Dad. I'm fine. Really, never better."
I'm just gonna go get some toilet paper and put a Band-Aid on this.
Yeah, I think that's
Gash.
I think that's what I did. Is I crawled into my parents' bathroom, dumped peroxide on it, and then slapped one of those larger bandages on it and called it good.
It healed up.
Surprised I
You're
didn't
still
get
here.
I guess he wasn't wrong. He was like, here I am.
Yeah, dude.
People that lived through the 80s and 90s
Yeah.
just had to be made of sterner stuff.
Yeah, dude. We I don't know, man. It was a different generation, dude. Fucking light. You came home when the fucking street lights turned on. You know, you fucking watched Saturday morning cartoons. You ate fucking cereal. You know, I don't know, man. The life of a child. Go to the video store, get some fucking Burger King, get a pizza, dude.
Oh, God,
What?
it was awesome. You look forward to Friday nights because that's the night you family rent a movie and get pizza. You don't have to go to school the next day, and not only that, you get cartoons the next day.
Dude, that was the best, dude. Like, fucking ABC always had a good lineup. I remember always, like, every fall, you know, you'd always be excited for, like, what new cartoons were coming out and shit, dude. It was the best.
I especially remember the line of Turtles and the Ghostbusters. I don't think I didn't watch too many cartoons when I was really little, around that time of the 80s. I'd even gotten into Transformers after the original Generation 1 had run its course. But
Yeah. See, I never got it. Yeah, I didn't get in Transformers until I was, like, an adult. But, like, as a kid, like, I know I watched G.I. Joe. I know I watched fucking Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, and, you know, whatever else with, like, He-Man. I remember fucking He-Man.
Yeah,
I
Masters of the
remember
Universe.
Scooby-Doo fucking was always a thing. Yeah, because they had, like, the pup named Scooby-Doo and shit. You ever
Oh,
watch
yeah.
that shit? That shit was badass, dude. I guess we were, like, also, like, you know, being somewhat getting, like, you know, because we were, like, 10 years old in, like, 95 or whatever. And it's, like, that was when Nickelodeon was pretty big with their cartoon lineup, you know, on Saturday mornings and stuff, which they ran cartoons, like, all the fucking time. But then, like, Cartoon Network, like, they always showed, like, older cartoons there for the longest time. I always remember seeing, like, Looney Tunes on there and shit, and, like, stuff from, like, the past, like a Boomerang
before
type
they were
thing.
able to fill their
Yeah,
time slots.
it's like what Boomerang became, you know.
Yeah.
It's like that they basically took all that when they started, like, it's like there was a format change when they had, like, Dexter's Lab and, like, Powerpuff Girls and, like, Johnny Bravo and shit, you know, shit like that. I look fondly back. I know it's probably with, like, rose-colored glasses or whatever, and people are just like, oh, that's exactly what we need, another nostalgic fucking podcast. To those people, I say, fuck you.
Yeah, suck it.
Suck it. Break it down. All right. Dallas Baldwin, Kevin Porter. I get any final words before we leave everybody on a cliffhanger of what happens to Optimus Prime next
Oh, God, I don't know.
episode?
But we're going to have to find out next week on the podcast in disguise.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Peace.